This is a video tutorial about BRSTMGen, a tool to easily turn Audacity projects into BRSTM files for Mario Kart Wii. Use the chapters feature on YouTube to easily jump to a segment of the video, or use the timestamps on screen. The tutorial is based on the version available as of the release of this video. In the description you will find a link to the instructions, so please check if there's any changes in the future. Please note, this tutorial assumes you already understand how creating Mario Kart Wii BRSTMs works. It is not a general Mario Kart Wii music tutorial. Let's go through the setup. If you haven't already, please install Audacity through the link on the README. I would recommend clicking Download without MuseHub and following the instructions after downloading. Next, I'm going to slightly jump ahead, and you must install Python 3. So follow the link, head to Downloads, and download the latest version for Windows, and follow the instructions. The script was made with 3.13, but future versions might also work. After installing Audacity, you must make one change to the preferences. So open Audacity, head to Edit, Preferences, Modules, and scroll down to Mod Script Pipe and Enable. Be careful when you scroll, because when you scroll while hovering over one of these drop-down menus, you might change the setting. So please use the area to the right or use the scroll bar. Then click OK. You must now restart Audacity. Please confirm that the setting is still enabled after restarting Audacity. You are now ready for the next steps. BRSTMGen uses two other tools to work. The first one is LoopingAudioConverter. The second is VGAudioCli. Use the links on the README page to get to their download pages. Make sure to download the zip file for LoopingAudioConverter. Next, for VGAudio, make sure to choose the correct file. It should be VGAudioCli.exe. Lastly, download the latest version of BRSTMGen. Download BRSTMGen.py. Next, I will go over how to set up these three tools to work together. In the end, you will only need to run BRSTMGen, but the setup is important. First, we must extract the LoopingAudioConverter zip to a folder on the computer. On Windows, there are several ways to do this, but I will just open the zip file, click Extract All, and Extract. It will now extract to the desktop. Then we can close the zip. With the folder still open, you must copy or move VGAudioCli.exe into it, and also move BRSTMGen.py into that folder. And lastly, I'll delete the zip file. To easily access the script, you might want to create a shortcut. There are several ways to do this. The easiest way I find is to click and drag the script file, then while still holding down the left mouse button, press and hold Shift and Control. It should say Create Link, in this case in desktop. Let go of the mouse and a shortcut is there. The setup is now complete. Usage of the script is fairly simple, but there are a few things you need to know. First, make sure there is only one Audacity project open. Next, loop points must be specified through labels. By default, if you don't place anything, the music will loop from the very beginning to the very end of the track. If you want to place a loop point, place the cursor where you want the loop point to be and press Ctrl and B. This will create a new label track and a label. When only one label is present, it is assumed to be the start point of the loop, and the end of the loop will be the end of the track, so the music will loop from here to here. You can also specify the end point of the loop by placing another label by pressing Ctrl and B. With two labels, the looping will happen between the two labels. If you happen to use more labels in your project, but don't want them to be used as loop points, you must specify the start and end with start and and in the labels, or just S and E. With the loop points set up correctly, you would normally export the music. With BRSTMGen, all you have to do is double-click the script, and it will make the BRSTMs for you. They will be placed in the LoopingAudioConverter's output folder. It has created both a normal speed and final lap version of the music. Let's take a listen. That sounds about right. Let's take a listen to the final lap music. This is the basic usage of BRSTMGen. Very simple, very fast. Let's say we want to make a multi-channel BRSTM. In this case, let's say 4 channels. All we have to do is simply make more channels in Audacity. Where the labels track is positioned does not matter, but the order of the audio tracks is from top to bottom. Let me reverse this track so I can tell the difference, just as an example during this tutorial. Simply make as many tracks as you want and double-click on the script. The new BRSTM files have been created. They will overwrite existing files, so please rename the BRSTMs or move them elsewhere if you're happy with them. Let's take a look and see if there are more than one stream. And again, the final lap music. And that's it. Multi-channel BRSTMs with very little effort. Lastly, let's go over fine-tuning. You can change some of the parameters inside BRSTMGen. You must open the script in something like Notepad to do so. Find the section that says you may edit these parameters. Then you can change them however you want by just changing the values. Just don't forget to save afterwards. The next time you run the script, the new values will be used. To learn more about what these values actually do, please see the GitHub page linked in the description. If you run into any issues while running the script, please check the troubleshooting section on the GitHub page. If your issue is not listed on the page, you can write a comment below, or join my Discord, link in the description, or make an issue on my GitHub repository. That's all there is to BRSTMGen. I made it to make my life and everyone else's lives easier to create multi-channel BRSTMs, but even for simple BRSTMs with one stereo track, it's easier. The script might get updated in the future, so please check the GitHub page in the description to see if a new version has been released. Thank you very much for watching and for using BRSTMGen.